Hi everyone, welcome to Coding Things. In previous video we have discussed about the functions in Python, and in this video we are going to learn about what are the different types of arguments present in Python and how we can use them. So let's get started. Arguments are nothing but these are some values which we are passing into the function during the function call. So we can pass any number of arguments into a function inside the parenthesis separated with comma. So now we will see what are the different types of arguments present inside Python. So there are basically four types of argument present in Python. The first one is default arguments, and then positional argument, and keyword argument, and variable length argument. So this variable length argument is further divided into two types. One is non-keyword arguments, that is asterisks, args, and keyword arguments. So now we will see all the arguments each one by one. So let's start with default arguments. Now I am inside my VS Code, and the default argument means we can set a default value to an argument if the value or the original value is not provided during the function call. So let us take an example. Now I will create a function which will receive two numbers and return the addition of these two numbers. So for that I will write here def, and the name of the function, let's say add, and inside it I will receive two variables, let's say num1 and num2. And now I will write another variable, that is result is equals to num1 plus num2. And now I will simply return the variable, that is res. So now I will call this function. So I will write a print function here, and inside it I will call this add function, and inside it I will pass two values, let's say 2 comma 3. So now if I run this file, then you can see it is printing 5. Okay, so now if I don't pass the second argument, I will simply pass this argument, that is one argument 2. And now if I run this file, then you can see it is throwing an error, that is missing one required positional argument. So now I will clear the terminal. So to overcome this kind of error, we can set the variable here as a default. So now I will simply write here num2 is equals to, let's say 0. Okay, so if any value is not provided during the function call, then it will be taken care by this argument or by this parameter. Okay, so now if I run this file, then you can see it is printing 2. That means if we don't pass any value, then this variable will be automatically assigned 0. Okay, so now this num2 is 0, and the num1 which is 2. So we are passing here 2, so that 2 will be stored inside this num1, and the num2 will be 0. And so that's why it is printing 2. So now if I pass the value, let's say I will pass here 5, then if I run this file, then you can see it is printing 7. That means the num1, the value of the num1 will be 2, and the value of the num2 will be 5. So simply this value which we are passing, that value will be override the default argument. Okay, so in this way you can use default argument in Python. So we can set num1 as well. If I write here num1 to 0, and now if I don't pass anything while calling the function, and now if I run this file, then you can see it is printing 0. Okay, so we are not getting error here. So let me clear the terminal, and similarly if I pass here two values like 5 comma 9, and now if I run this file, then you can see it is printing 14. That means this 5 will overwritten this 0. So the value of the num1 will be 5, and the value of the num2 will be 9. So in this way we can use default argument in Python. This is it for now. We will continue from this onwards in our next video. Thank you for watching this video.